Good afternoon and welcome to Commencement. My name is Leah Roseboom, Executive Director of the Evening and Weekend MBA program. Before we begin our ceremony, I just want to explain some general expectations so that everyone can fully enjoy our program. Our students have worked very, very, very hard to get to this moment, and we know that family and friends have traveled from afar to celebrate this important milestone. With this spirit in mind, I request that you are respectful of those around you by staying in your seats and keeping our aisles clear. And for this event specifically, time, place, and manner policies apply. We try to align things with our Berkeley principles of community. You may not engage in any actions that could disrupt our event or prevent speakers from being heard within the Greek theater. And this includes but is not limited to shouting over speakers, speaking out of turn, disrupting our official activities, and displaying any banners or signs that might block the view of others during the event. Any individual who is disruptive will be asked to leave and/or other actions will need to be taken, and campus members could be referred to the appropriate disciplinary processes. For now, we hope you enjoy Commencement.
Distinguished guests, esteemed faculty, proud families, and of course, our brilliant graduating class of 2025. Welcome to Berkeley Haas MBA Commencement Ceremony. I'm Interim Dean Jenny Chapman. It's my honor to officiate today's ceremony. We have approximately 600 graduates, including our very first Flex Lux cohort. They're eager to cross the stage. To our graduates, congratulations. Each and every one of you has worked extremely hard to reach this day. We know that your academic journey was not easy, and yet, here you are. You succeeded. You've earned your master's in business administration from the #1 public university in the world. We are so proud of you, along with your parents, your friends, your mentors, your loved ones, all of whom supported you along the way. Let's give them a round of applause. As a double bear, I know exactly what it's like to be in your shoes. You're absolutely thrilled to be done with all of the studying. You hope you'll never see another blue book, ever. You're excited to apply everything that you learned at Haas to accelerate your career progress. Yet, you're also a little bit nervous for life after Berkeley Haas. Let me assure you, you will find success. We've seen you in action. And even though we're proud Cal Bears, we couldn't be more bullish on your future. That's a dad joke. One of the things that we've seen in you is grit, something that's been important to me in my life. Some of you may know that I'm a lifelong runner. I started running cross country in college and continued in my PhD years at Haas. One marathon is seared into my memory. I was competing against big rivals, and I knew I was way too much in my head. What if I can't keep up? What if I don't place in top 3? What if I let everyone down? What if all that training was for nothing? Unfortunately, the pressure got to me, and I started walking. At mile 25, I had never walked in any of my training runs. It was unnerving and disorienting. My coach, who was nearby, came to my side. I expected him to scold me, and instead, he gave me one of my mantras for life: run your race. He told me not to worry about my competitors. Don't worry about placing or even winning. All that I can do, all that I should do, is try to run my race. I went on to finish, okay, not third, but fifth, and everyone, including me, was pleased. And since then, I've leaned into those words to take on some of the greatest challenges in my life. When I was finishing my PhD dissertation and applying for professorships in a tough job market, I ran my race. I let my work speak for itself and was rewarded with job offers that I never even imagined in my wildest dreams. When I sought out leadership roles at Berkeley and Haas, I ran my race, letting my love for this university and my work ethic speak for themselves. So I share the same advice that my coach gave me with you. In the age of social media, where it's so easy to compare yourself to peers and even people you don't know, I encourage you to run your race. Berkeley Haas has prepared you to be ethical and agile business leaders who will address the biggest challenges of our time. We are counting on you. Without a shred of doubt, we know that you will succeed. Your class has already accomplished so much. You pitched promising clean tech innovations, earning top prizes at our Clean Tech to Market Symposium. You sourced spectacular guest speakers and led our Dean Speaker Series. My favorite of our Dean Speaker Series was with the president and general manager of the Golden State Valkyries. You founded new clubs like the Product Management Club and organized the club's, there you go, inaugural conference. You participated in our sold-out Climate Cap MBA Summit that drew MBAs from all over the country, exploring solutions to mitigate climate change. You served as graduate student instructors, admission ambassadors, and case competition leaders. You also worked tirelessly to ensure Haas remains an inclusive and supportive community for all, with podcasts, story salons, Haas drag race, other things I don't want to know about. As you leave Haas and begin a new chapter, I encourage you to nurture the relationships that you've built here. You're surrounded by some of the most brilliant, bold, and good people you will ever meet. You're now part of a global network of more than 45,000 Haas alumni, more than 500,000 Berkeley alumni. That power is among the greatest gifts of your degree. When you can, give back. Make it possible for the next generation of students to transform their lives, just as Haas has transformed yours. Whenever life brings you to a crossroad, look to our defining leadership principles for guidance. You knew I was going to mention those. Our shared values will continue to anchor and direct you to make tough decisions. Finally, remember to block out the noise and run your race. Thank you, Haassies. Congratulations. I wish each of you the brightest future and a ton of joy ahead. And now, I am so delighted to introduce to you a Haas alum of uncommon distinction to address the graduating class. In choosing our keynote speaker, we look for a person who embodies excellence, our defining leadership principles, and a distinguished record of achievement. Manish Chandra, an esteemed graduate of our evening and weekend program, is the founder and chief executive officer of Poshmark. A lot of people looking good out there because of you, Manish. Where he also serves on the company's board of directors. As CEO, Manish is responsible for guiding the vision, strategy, and growth of the company. Under his leadership, Manish has applied over 20 years of experience building and scaling companies to create a social marketplace that combines the human connection of physical shopping experience with the scale, reach, ease, and selection benefits of e-commerce. His leadership at Poshmark has positioned the company at the forefront of the circular economy, promoting sustainability in fashion. Prior to Poshmark, Manish co-founded and was CEO of Caboodle, an online shopping website that was acquired by Hearst Communications in 2007. His extensive experience also includes executive roles at Versant, Versata, and Sybase. In addition to his MBA from Haas, Manish holds an MS in computer science from the University of Texas at Austin and a BTech from the Indian Institute of Technology, Kanpur. I'm also thrilled to announce that Manish will be joining our Haas board beginning this fall. Please give a warm welcome to Manish Chandra.
Thank you, Dean Chapman. Fellow Haas graduates, faculty, family, and friends, what an incredible honor it is to be back here after getting my MBA at Haas 30 years back, which is the age of my son as well, just happens to be. It is a place that has shaped so much of my own journey and has been instrumental in helping me achieve my dreams. I'm lucky to be supported in my audience today with my wife, my 2 kids, my family who represent multiple generations of Cal and Haas alums, including my father-in-law who drove all the way here, who graduated from Haas in 1969. I'm also supported in the audience by my friends and colleagues who've been my community and my rock. And I was just sharing that as I was preparing for this speech, I've given so many speeches, I had little butterflies, and then I realized I'm speaking to my community, my people. So hopefully if I screw up, you guys will just cheer anyway. So thank you for that. Let me start by congratulating you, class of 2025, for this tremendous achievement of graduating from this very special institution with over 125 years of history. Let's give this graduating class a big hand. Looking at your bright, hopeful faces, I'm reminded of the electric energy and limitless potential that defines this institution. Class of 2025, you've earned this moment, and the world eagerly awaits what you will create. The rigorous education and skills you've honed here at Haas are invaluable. But today, I want to talk about something equally crucial, something that transcends your marketing projects and group projects and classes. I want to talk about flourishing through personal and global transitions. I want to talk about the power of community and human connection. And I want to talk about enduring strength of leading with love. Whether we want to or not, the world around us is constantly changing, and we're changing with it. We live in a world where artificial intelligence is challenging human intelligence. Old world order is being replaced by new world order. We live a life which our ancestors could not even dream of. Yet the space between haves and have-nots is the widest ever. As you graduate and look into the next step full of dreams and ambitions, I'm sure you're feeling a mixture of excitement, apprehension, and possibly fear. These are all natural emotions, but I want to share a perspective that Haas helped me develop, and that is about cultivating an adaptable mindset. When we started at Haas, our classes used to be on 9th and Civic Center in SF. This building was not built. So we had to be adaptable in working there and then coming here and then moving from what felt like little from the bottom to the top in this gorgeous building that you all went to school. The key here is to look at every difficulty as an opportunity and use your strengths to not just survive, but flourish in this change. Growing up in small towns in India, born to a father who was a local judge, my family moved to a new town every couple of years. This meant shifting homes, changing schools, making new friends, and fitting into what then felt like almost a new country. This early experience created a mindset of curiosity and a drive to fully immerse myself in every new environment I encountered. I thrived with this change and used it to accelerate my learnings, graduating from high school at the age of 15 and eventually somehow landing in Texas, which truly was a new country, where I started my graduate studies. Now, when I looked at the local culture there, it was quite different from where I grew up. And so I decided to throw myself into that culture and learn a new skill. Let me tell you about that skill. I learned Mexican folk dancing. And in my very first year in America, I performed at the state capital of Texas on Cinco de Mayo. Now, don't ask me to show you any dance moves, because my kids will tell you, Dad has no game. But I can tell you, I have no shame in my game either. Well, the model here is don't just adapt to change, leverage change, immerse yourself in the change, and use it to propel yourself in the spaces of discomfort. But also, don't forget to enjoy the change. Now, I want each of you to think about your own journeys from the time you were born to all the way today. Your life has already been filled with change, challenges, evolution, and richness. Whether you came to Haas from a town locally here or a place at the other end of the world, in the last few years, Haas has given you knowledge, values, and friendships, and made you ready for this new chapter in your life. You may already know what you want to do next, or you may be faced with transitions in the landscape around you and may feel there aren't enough opportunities. Whatever it is, I can tell you my journey has taught me that all problems and situations are seed for future growth. I remember getting my first job or second job in 1990 and accepting a job from a company that had just let go of 10% of the workforce. But the naivety I had, I was able to take that job and thrive in that situation. And so overall, I would say, whenever you face a setback or an obstacle, ask, what can I be grateful for in this situation? What is the situation teaching me? It's not about being overly optimistic. It's about seeking the inherent value and learning opportunity within the difficulty. Through this, you transform your mindset on change from surviving to flourishing. You begin to see uncertainty not as a threat, but as ground for innovation and self-discovery. For me, many times life and circumstances don't make sense in the moment. But when I look back, they all make sense, as life often does. Next, I want to talk about the profound importance of building your community, which you have around you today, but even beyond that, how it can power your innovation. To do that, I want to take you 15 years back as I was leaving Hearst Communication, which had acquired my first company. The year was 2010, and I was exploring new ideas. The business world was still scarred with the painful memory of the great financial meltdown of 2008 and 2009. It was then that three seemingly unrelated yet deeply resonant moments converged. The first was when a friend effortlessly captured a shot of a flying bird on a vacation in Santa Cruz on his brand new iPhone 4. He instantly shared it on a social network called Facebook, while the rest of us wrestled with our cumbersome SLR cameras and SD cards. It dawned on me that this new device was going to fundamentally impact how we create and live our lives. Then at my son's high school football game, the homecoming queen wore a beautiful yellow dress, a treasure we later discovered was thrifted from a local store. I could sense a new shopping behavior was taking root in the younger generation. And finally, a simple glance into our own closet revealed unworn clothes and unopened shopping bags. It showed the hidden treasures trapped in every closet, waiting to be set free. These moments became the crucible in which the idea of what became Poshmark was born, a marketplace for buying and selling fashion right from your closet. It since then has become more than a fashion platform. There are millions of stories we hear about how it has impacted people's lives, but today it provides livelihood for hundreds of thousands of sellers. It is a shopping destination for millions of shoppers who love style, but also believe in sustainability and supporting each other. It has truly become a community. Community has many forms: your family, your city, your friends, your college friends. But today I want to talk about two specific types of communities. Communities that serve you and become catalyst for your growth, and communities you choose to serve to build your career or business. I think back to my classmates, project mates, and professors at Haas. They truly formed the backbone of my community years ago and continue to do so today. My friends, family, and school sparked the idea of Poshmark in me. However, to turn the idea into reality, I had to find a new tribe. I always believe that's where any journey should start. I met my co-founder Tracy, who was a fashion and retail expert, who became my guiding partner through Poshmark. I reconnected with my co-founder Chetan, who's in the audience, and Gautam, who worked magic with technology and products. I brought in Mayfield Ventures and Naveen, who became unwavering backers of the idea. This combination allowed me to turn the idea into reality and build the Poshmark marketplace. As you embark on your own paths, consider these 3 insights about finding community I've gleaned along the way. Number 1, embrace your weirdness. At the core of everything is acknowledging that we are all a little weird. Who here feels that they are weird? I certainly do. Your weirdness, my weirdness is what makes us who we are. It's what makes us unique and special. And when we embrace our weirdness, it frees us up to accept ourselves and each other. Number 2, find your shared purpose. Working towards a common objective naturally fosters stronger bonds and provides opportunities for deeper collaboration. Number 3, learn from everyone. While finding a community that resonates with you is important, don't limit yourself to connecting with people who have the same career or beliefs as you. Diversity will enrich your understanding of the world. And remember, building community is a two-way street. It requires vulnerability, active listening, and a willingness to give as much as you receive. Be present, be supportive. It's about truly embracing your weirdness and using that to create your unique community. For artificial intelligence may one day get as smart as us, but it will never be as weird as we are. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, I want to talk about leading with love. While love and business may seem contradictory, I do believe if you lead with love, money follows. But if you lead with money, only emptiness follows. A lot of times when you're thinking about a decision or option, we sway between 2 emotions, fear and greed. Fear is, I'm going to lose everything if I don't do this. Greed is, how can I squeeze more and more out of it? Love teaches us to center ourselves right in the middle. Love is about creating winning outcomes for everyone. In my personal opinion, love is what makes the world go around. If you build services and outcomes that your customers, your colleagues, and your communities love, you can truly leave this world a better place than you found it. Lead with love, and you will build not just successful careers, but meaningful lives. Well, class of 2025, you're entering a world brimming with technological possibilities, powered by innovations like AI, space travel, and cutting-edge medicine. What limits us now is not the technology itself, but the scope of our imagination. Embrace the uncertainty, be adaptable in the face of change, build strong communities, and above all, lead with a spirit of generosity and love. When I think of how Haas has helped turn my dreams into reality, how Haas has helped this nerdy guy from India, from the world of enterprise software, to create a platform for sustainable fashion in America, a platform that empowers millions, then each and every one of you graduating from Haas today has the potential to forge your own unique and extraordinary path. Go forth, class of 2025. Be bold, be kind, and unleash your incredible potential to make your mark on the world. Congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, Manish. Those were awesome insights, and I do want to see those moves later. So, you're a quintessential Berkeley leader. So every year, we honor one student from each MBA program with the Academic Achievement Award. This honor goes to the student completing their graduate studies with the highest grade point average in the class. No easy feat. This year's award winner for the full-time MBA program is Rumi Minkler-Ferrer. Rumi is looking forward to joining Bain & Company this fall in San Francisco. Long term, he hopes to get involved in commercializing new types of energy and climate technology, either at startups or as an investor. He's excited to tie together the lessons from so many courses, especially from negotiations with Professor Don Moore, his favorite class that he took at Haas. I met Rumi's family yesterday. I know they're so very proud of you. Congratulations, Rumi. We now recognize our full-time MBA students who performed in the top 10% of their class. The Graduation with Honors program celebrates their achievement and the importance of academic excellence at Haas. The names of our honors graduates are listed in the commencement booklet. At this time, I ask those students to stand as we celebrate their achievement. Congratulations. Top 10%. Nicely done. Congratulations. Now I'd like to announce the winner of the Academic Achievement Award for our evening and weekend program. This year's award goes to Nithin Bandaru. Nithin looks forward to traveling to Japan with his wife, training for the Ironman triathlon, and spending more time doing digital art and design. He'll continue to work, too, as a group product manager at Samsara, an operations SaaS tech company. Congratulations, Nithin. Now we recognize our evening and weekend MBA students who performed in the top 10% of their class. The Graduation with Honors program celebrates their achievement and underscores the importance of academic excellence at Haas. Again, the names of our honors graduates are listed in the commencement booklet. At this time, I ask those students to stand as we celebrate their achievement. Congratulations to all of you. I now have the pleasure of recognizing the winners of a set of awards that are dear to the heart of every Haasy. The Class of 2025 Defining Leadership Principle Awards and the Berkeley Leader Award. Recipients were nominated and selected by their classmates and staff and faculty. As I announce the recipients of the Defining Leadership Principle and the Berkeley Leader Awards for the full-time MBA program, will they please stand? If you would, please hold your applause until I've read all of their names. The Question the Status Quo Award goes to Isaiah Wilson. Oh. Too hard to hold applause. The winner of Confidence Without Attitude goes to Fernanda Casper Orlatan. The winner of the Students Always Award is Renzo Viale. And the Berkeley Leader Award, given to the student who embodies all 4 of our defining leadership principles, goes to Claudia Vina Vasquez. Isaiah, Fernanda, Renzo, and Claudia. Oh, what happened? Oh my God. Beyond yourself. Yes, I have it, but I don't have it. And Veda. Beyond yourself. Oh my gosh. And Veda Kumar. And Veda, I'm so sorry. I met you and your family last night. She won the Beyond Yourself Award. Fantastic. Thank you. Okay. Congratulations to all of you. You embody the best of Haas. One more round of applause. I now have the pleasure of recognizing the winners of the Defining Leadership Principle Awards and the Berkeley Leader Award for the evening weekend program, which hopefully I'll get all of you this time. I'm going to say as I announce the recipients, wait till I name all of them, but that's futile, so just proceed as you have. The winner of the Question the Status Quo Award is Ansu Georges. And the winner of the Confidence Without Attitude Award is Cameron Emisoti. The winner of the Students Always Award is Sophie Christian. And the winner of the Beyond Yourself Award is Lauren Gamboa. And the Berkeley Leader Award, given to the student who embodies all 4 of our defining leadership principles, is Lisa Dalgleish. Congratulations to all of you. Now, we will hear from student speaker Paul Logan. Paul was selected by his peers, you may have guessed that, to represent the full-time MBA class of 2025. Paul first visited the Bay Area in 2013 on tour with a punk band. Okay. He had no idea that 5 years later, he would return to pursue a tech career at unicorn startups like Slack and Postman. In 2021, he attempted his own startup, a detour that led him to Berkeley Haas. At Haas, Paul coached peers in public speaking as president of Improv Club. He co-founded the startup consultancy Pitch Poets with classmate Suraj Segal and emerged as an ardent voice for questioning capitalism on campus, drafting a set of ideals to further advance social impact efforts at Haas. Paul holds a BS in computer science from Indiana University and now works as a senior product marketing manager at NVIDIA, leading go-to-market for enterprise game development. He lives in Berkeley with his wife Darby and their 2 dogs, Spanky and Oreo. Please welcome Paul Logan.
Rachel Grossman woke up on March 25th, 1911, and went to work with her sister. They walked through Manhattan, maybe talking about the weather or the weekend, and took the elevator up to the factory floor, where they worked as seamstresses. That afternoon, just as the workday ended, a fire broke out. The building owners had cut corners on safety to reduce costs. The exits were blocked. The fire escape collapsed. The doors wouldn't open. Rachel never made it out. She was my great-great-aunt, one of 146 workers who died that day at the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory. Since 1911, that fire has been a symbol of what happens when profit comes first and people come last. Something always breaks. And in 2025, it feels like we're sliding back. Longer hours, fewer protections, even a push to bring back child labor. All in the name of efficiency, just as it was back then. Now, I know what you're thinking. Who is this dude with a septum piercing and a man bun lecturing us about capitalism? I really am at Berkeley. I'm Paul, and I came To Haas, a pessimist. I didn't come here to fix society, I came to survive it. To learn the rules, to get the paycheck, and maybe, just maybe, be able to afford a backyard in the Bay Area. But then, I met all of you. I remember the moment things started to shift for me. In our operations class, we hosted a former Apple executive who talked about squeezing suppliers to meet deadlines. And my lovely classmate, Neo, raised his hand and innocently asked the question, could you speak to how that pressure led Foxconn, the main supplier of iPhones for Apple, to install suicide nets in their factories? It wasn't just a good question. It was a moment of moral clarity. Because Neo wasn't afraid to ask what most people pretend not to see. And the executive, he got red, visibly flustered, shifting in his seat, red. And then he said, and I quote, "I don't want to answer that question." That moment cracked something open for me. It made me realize that real leadership means being willing to look directly at the consequences of our actions, and that sometimes truth is exactly what power doesn't want to face. And once I saw that, I started noticing it everywhere. I saw the way you showed up in the classrooms, on cases, in late-night Slack threads, trying to make the deck perfect, not to make a better grade, but to make a better world. There are so many of you doing incredible things. Asif and GB bringing clean water to rural communities with AgriSolar. Christian taking carbon out of the supply chain. Liz helping the formerly incarcerated re-enter the workforce. Cooper, Bella, Jacqueline, reimagining sustainable agriculture. Siraj, building global connection through meditation and heartfulness. Damon, Vidi, and Yvonne, creating space and a legacy for first-generation students. Cynthia, Catherine, Barbara, educating about visible and invisible disability. Brittany, Linda, and Laura, building better inclusion on campus. Peter and Grant, organizing against genocide. And beyond the projects, some of you opened up your cultures, your kitchens, your childhoods. You didn't just teach us, you invited us in. Danny, Olavo, Lucas, Pedro took us down the Amazon in Brazil. Fernando, Javi, and Katiza, who led us up to Torres del Paine in Chile. Juan, David, Cami, and Juan Camilo, who introduced us to the joy of aguardiente in Colombia. Apoorv and Harta, who brought us through the mangroves in the south of India. Bill, Melody, Rebecca, and Wayne, who treated us to all the luxuries and midnight eats of Taiwan. And last but not least, Anthony, Ken, Daiki, and Tsubasa, who gave us onsen, karaoke, and cultural depth in Japan. And there are so many others, and believe me, I tried to shout all of you out, but they told me I only had 5 minutes and I had to cut it down. Every single one of you has done something admirable or incredible these past 2 years, even if it was attempting to eat 12 top dogs. Or hosting several beer miles. Or turning a Reddit post into the class's techno anthem. I'm not naming names, but you know who you are. This is what it looks like when people build better systems across climate, education, technology, and community. You didn't settle for what is, you insisted on what could be. And somewhere along the way, I stopped being a pessimist. You made me realize we don't have to be the fire that destroys, we can be the torch that illuminates. In that spirit, a group of us helped to write a treatise on the social responsibility of business, a statement that calls on business to do more than chase profits, to serve people, to build long-term value, and challenges business education to lead, not follow. If any part of what I have said today resonates with you, please go to www.sociallyresponsible.business and add your name to the petition with 200 other students, faculty, staff, and community members who have already signed. So let's carry that fire. Not the one that killed Rachel, but the one that lights the way forward. Let's be the kind of leaders who make the next Rachel story impossible. Congratulations, class of 2025. You are my brothers, my sisters, my everyday inspirations that not only can I be better, but the world can too. I love you, and I'll see you out there.
Thank you, Paul. That was wonderful. Next, we'll hear from our evening and weekend MBA student speaker, Malu Kanaswamy. Malu has built her career at the intersection of science and business to drive meaningful impact. With a bachelor's and a master's in biotechnology and over 13 years of experience in the industry, she's led programs in infectious diseases, Alzheimer's, and cancer. Today, Malu serves as Director of Portfolio Planning and Program Management at Denali Therapeutics, where she oversees strategy and execution to advance new medicines to address neurodegenerative diseases. At Haas, she co-founded a CRISPR biotech startup with a Berkeley professor, raising pre-seed funding and helping turn an academic idea into a real company. That startup is now featured as a case study in the Haas curriculum. Malu was awarded the Dean Scholarship and a Forte Fellowship for her leadership. Her impact extends beyond her work and the classroom. She serves as an advisor to multiple institutions and champions STEM outreach for underrepresented students. Please welcome Malu Kanaswamy.
What do we want to do next? Who do we want to be? We are here today because we dared to ask those questions. That in itself is a privilege. The privilege to pause, to wonder, to dream. Not everyone gets that, but we did. Good afternoon, everyone, friends, families, faculty, and most of all, the incredible, the sleep-deprived, but absolutely unstoppable Haas class of 2025. Wow, we really made it. I mean, we really made it. It's an honor to stand here today, but honestly, it feels a little surreal. Because this moment isn't just mine. It belongs to my parents too. Growing up, my mom was a certified science nerd. She was obsessed with biology and dreamt of becoming a doctor. So one day she marched up to her father and shared this dream. She said, "Appa, I want to become a doctor. I want to study science." To which he replied, "Science? That's going to take a very long time. Why don't you get an arts degree? That way you'll finish faster and you'll get married faster." According to my grandfather, my mom's degree was a convertible bond with a mandatory marriage clause. My mom did not end up studying science. Meanwhile, my father, who's one of 7 kids, dreamt of doing his MBA abroad. And when he shared this dream with his father, The response was swift. MBA? You have 4 sisters to marry off. Why don't you focus on that instead? So, well, my dad didn't get the MBA he envisioned. He got a different kind of MBA, managing big arranged marriages. Basically, my dad was Seema Taparia before Seema Taparia. In many ways, the story isn't just mine. It's all of ours. Because we all are here today because of dreams and sacrifices of those who came before us. We got to Haas and we got through Haas because of the incredible people who carried us through. So let's take a moment to honor them. To our partners, thank you for managing the house chores, it was a lot, and for managing our emotional EBITDA. And to my partner, Navneet, thank you for being my anchor, my engine, and my force. To our classmates, you became our lifelines. Thank you. And thank you for also becoming our therapists during group projects. If you thought the show White Lotus threw random personalities together, let me tell you one thing. You have not been on a B-School project team. And of course, last but not the least, I want to thank our ride or die ChatGPT. It's a little concerning ChatGPT got more of an applause than our partners, but to be noted. While we thank those who carried us through this journey, I do want to take a moment to honor this journey itself. If we survive the evening weekend MBA program, I think we can survive anything, right? Because seriously, what didn't we do? Some of us ran events, associations, workshops, while of course some of us were just keeping up with what assignments were due that night. Some of us started new companies because, of course, working full-time and studying part-time was not challenging enough. Some of us mentored the next wave of Haasis, telling them, you've got this, just prioritize, while secretly wondering, I have no frickin' idea what I'm doing so far. Some of you joined Haas thinking you get an MBA degree and a spouse. Well, the joke was on you. For context, the single Haasi pool was quite limited, but I do want to commend my classmates who took Haas's defining leadership principles to heart. They challenged the status quo. They didn't just stop with Bumble. They didn't just stop with Hinge. They got creative. They used their MBA tag to creatively slide into DMs on LinkedIn Premium. That's right, and you know who you are. Whether you found love or you found yourself, we can all agree that these last 3 years were just transformational. And when people ask me, how do the E&W MBAs do it all? I've come to realize that the part-time MBA doesn't just teach you business. Nope, not just business. It helps unlock an inner strength you never realized you had. The strength to juggle babies and business plans. The strength to take those fireball shots but still complete your assignments. The strength to be confident but still be vulnerable, to share tears with your classmates during leadership communications. And here we are today, getting an MBA from one of the world's best business schools. And I know that we will honor and hold this privilege with both pride and humility. But let's remember that with privilege comes responsibility. And we have the responsibility to harness this privilege. And what do I mean by that? When you have the privilege of a seat at the table, when you have the privilege of a seat at the table, bring one more chair. When you have the privilege of influence, when you have the privilege of influence, Use it not just to succeed, but to also serve. Because I firmly believe the best leaders are Haas leaders. We don't just rise, we lift. Thank you and congratulations, class of 2025.
Thank you, Mallory. And now to our teaching awards for our full-time MBA program. Each year, our students in each of our programs select the winners of our CHITE Awards for Excellence in Teaching. The full-time MBA class has selected Professor Mathilde Bombardini. Mathilde teaches macroeconomics in the global economy and has made tariffs absolutely fascinating. Congratulations. The CHITE Award for Graduate Student Instructor goes to Javier Freelander. Javier co-taught economic analysis for business decisions. Congratulations. This year, we've introduced the award for inclusive teaching to recognize a faculty member whose teaching effectively includes all their students in the class and its lessons. This year's recipient is Assistant Professor Sakira Hudson, who teaches management of organizations. I don't think Kira's here, but we will be sure to let her know. Well done, Mathilde, Sakira, and Javier. Let us give them a big round of applause. Now to our teaching awards for our evening and weekend program. The evening MBA class has selected professional faculty member Satish Swami, who teaches fixed income. For our weekend program, the students have chosen Professor Sunil Dutta, who I don't think is here today, who teaches financial accounting. And the CHITE Award for Graduate Student Instructor goes to Ross Crockett for co-teaching operations. The award for inclusive teaching goes to someone who also was just named as one of the 40 under 40, Assistant Professor Ambar Laforgia, who teaches leading people. Congratulations, Satish, Sunil, Ambar, and Ross. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, we will now recognize the full-time MBA program candidates for the degree of Masters of Business Administration. Assisting me today will be Jen Bridge, Executive Director for the full-time MBA program, and Sumaya Al-Sabri, Director of Student Life and Leadership Development.
Umar Masagos.
Will Wong.
Apurav Naman.
Suhana Suthanran.
Maria Anwala.
Gari Deshpande.
Kylie Quinn Hornbeck.
Lucas Costa Machado.
Olavo Mutarelli Setubal.
Julius Zinke.
Rishab Gupta. عبد الرحمن الجريد.
Rogerio Rios.
Inigo Artigotia.
Martin Bues.
Abu Bakr Muhammadi.
Subhasia Yamashita.
Shin Young Chen.
Justin Kong.
Kritanat Ratanachai.
Samuel Nahusali.
Omobalagwan Uduo.
Melody Shea.
Ivan Ho.
Tori Wu Fukamitsu.
Amy Chue.
Jonathan Ong Siong.
Karan Rajpal.
Armin Abbasov.
Prerna Gambhir.
Jonathan Santoso.
Imogen O'Connor.
Olivia Halas Diaz.
Ken Mizuno.
Travis Bautista.
Grap Tatvakorn.
Damon Wiley.
Jess Chichilu.
Catherine Keong.
Austin Yoon.
Louis Gao.
Matthew Ding.
Sitinat Petrata Naporn.
Bill Yushin Chung.
Alice Chingyu Zhu.
Yifeng Li.
Peter Jorgensen.
Apurv Kumar.
Ephraim Dubiama.
And Chifum Ukadike.
Rutham Balnali.
Kwamina Arthur.
Jenny Sue.
Esther Tu.
Sharon Chen.
Josh Patter.
Sruthi Narusaman.
Sarah Intosha.
Donna Frolova.
Allison Shafe.
Shin Chen.
Ashley Wong.
Frederick Polak Kennedy.
Abdullah Farkali.
Kyle Allen.
Chris Pinkert.
Clayton Caldwell.
Zohair Lalani.
Jonathan Lapadula.
William Lukács.
William Smart.
Matthew Ferguson.
We Harjo Budu Sosro Joyo.
Nicholas Ontiveros.
Romero Montiel.
Michael Polis.
Paul Borowick.
Peter Higgins.
Kyle Frank.
Bob Suter.
Jazz Schultz.
John McMichael.
Carson Brian Peacock.
Connor Litt.
Juan LaPera.
Jacqueline Gotuso.
Evie Satterfield.
Sarah Droffen Gunnarsdottir.
Jennifer Hayes.
Jennifer Shook.
Christina Clark.
Nicolette Matz.
Isabella Fantini.
Kaylee Jiwan Choi.
Angela Tran.
June In.
Alan Kim.
Sabrina Shiu Tan.
Iris Chen.
Siwon Kim.
Laura Schechter.
Shafali Agarwal.
David Bishop.
Nikhil Divgan.
Neil Shaw.
Ritika Rastogi.
Haritha Sridharan Nair.
Gautam Kanan.
Arthur Tran.
Danny Yang.
Cynthia Brzezinski.
Catherine Mosier.
Sarah McCaffrey.
Eula Holzman.
Rebecca Lynn Netler.
Morgan Findley.
Eric Swisher.
Wenki Reddy.
Spurthi Parvathaneni.
Pallavi Singla.
Anam Raza.
Vandana Akramska.
Maggie Kurtasade.
Shilpa Gopal.
Rebecca Shu.
Michael Bernard.
George Marque.
Eileen Ghosh.
Alexander Nachkabia.
Gabriela Morera Borges.
Josh Singh.
Veronica Peltz.
Jenny Doucet.
Amanda Harris.
Asif Raihan.
Linda Negron.
Rachel Kazungu.
Brittany Jacob.
Julian Watson.
Vaibhavi Sharma.
Supriya Reddy.
Divya Chandran.
Akash Jain.
Hector Alamio.
Vishal Tumala.
Margaret Chappell.
Camila Duki.
Sukanya Mukherjee.
Viri Diana Santa Cruz.
Kiana Rani.
Rajat George.
Kevin Sun.
Cole Woodruff.
George Sullaby.
Andrew Hutchinson.
Eust DeMose.
Nicholas Stroutman.
Ron Zhang.
Li Jun Shen.
Hayden Su.
Justin Lee.
Demi Tree.
Chris Xiang.
Andy Jidizi.
Anthony Yushin Chang.
Neo Zhu.
Janice Yuqing Zhu.
Dan Cao.
Romy Lee.
Lee Mingyu Cherry.
Jesse Ogabu.
Taiwo Ilisanmi.
Donior Danishev.
Joshua Chang.
Daiki Takai.
Daniel Okane.
Martin Lima.
Beatrice Chawalit Ninitam.
Allison Larson.
Meng Jiao Lu.
Zhao Li.
Rodolfo Couto.
Ricardo Cumalis.
Pedro Cochrane Cardoso Santoso.
Shivam Dixit.
Aniket Mehta.
Santiago Restrepo.
Tomaso De Vico.
Gilad Leor.
Daniel Espinoza Berman.
Wei Ma.
Sherlock Chu.
June Lee.
Hao Win.
Puneet Grover.
Christian Brume.
Reese Costas.
Eli Bresler.
Justin Lippens.
Cooper Fitzgerald.
Alex Carrier.
Sam Thompson.
Maxwell Bertolotti.
Grant Chow.
Charlie McCormick.
Katiza Metrovic Sesnik.
Fernando Gonzalez Demaria.
David Bravo Gonzalez.
Daniel Lira.
Justin Yum.
Juan Camilo D'Angelo.
Brooke Tannehill.
Yvonne Madragon.
Kate Lawton.
Ryan Jew.
Diego Pineda.
Lily Brown.
Liz Strand.
Danica Barumi.
Renzo Viale.
Paul Logan.
Claudia Vina Vasquez.
Remy Frere.
Isaiah Wilson.
Nevada Kumar.
Fernanda Casper Ortolan.
And Javier Freidlander.
we now recognize the evening and weekend program candidates for the degree of Master of Business Administration. Assisting me will be Leah Rosenboom, Executive Director of the Evening and Weekend MBA program, and Jamie Breen, former Assistant Dean of MBA programs.
Lydia Ruth Franks.
Merrick Zhang.
Charu Mehra.
Alexis Whitaker.
Allison Cozell.
Tyler Bedeke.
Brian Montoya.
Aliza Rotman.
Gina Greenwald.
Vaishali Ruby.
Pippa Saunders.
Seema Patel.
Lena Corridor.
Jenny Lee.
Yara Abshushaba.
Shyamali Jayashankar.
Gayatri Raghunaman.
Gunshin Kaur.
Navpreet Gill.
Sean Kiwong Lee.
Devashish Depande.
Rajesh Augustine.
Supreet Srikanth.
Ambarish Karoli.
Kadir Ahmed.
Vishal Dumaramshiba Daibaidiya.
Paween Frank Itipakul.
Ayush Kalani.
Mahir Shate.
Harshal Rao.
Ashish Agarwal.
Samuel Lee Dowd.
Anshul Ramachandran.
Lisa Nichols.
Shilpa Bishabathuni.
Maya Sasaki.
Runchana Kumar.
Katie Solorio.
Hanson Pohl.
Mohammed Saibu.
Chris Bernhardt.
Tulha Ahmed.
Karen Strelia.
Nicola Punuru.
Alex Hernandez Chavez.
Karthik Naidu.
Lauren Miller.
Jamie Tamish Rachi.
Yosu Bashchanran.
Priyanka Raj.
Andy Grossman.
Chiao Song.
Jensen Wan.
Chiang Hu.
Chunyin Wei.
Yikong Lai.
Bori Wang.
Lin Fei Gu.
Chi Chang.
Wei Peng Perry Chen.
Ching Han.
Arthur Jin.
Juhoon Wei.
Yuan Yang Lee.
Sarah Lowe.
Dongye Shen.
Adi Yemul.
Sarvesh Deshmukh.
Agyapal Singh.
Shakun Yawakatar.
Ajit Behera.
Zhenian Liang.
Padmalochini Umakanthan.
Lillian Tsai.
Megan Varner.
Nazlu Inonu.
Kinchuk Sharma.
Adi Nalur.
Ayush Argwal.
Shri Drasula.
Cole Cordes.
Ki Chan Nam.
Divya Venkuta Chunlum.
Sweta Repakula.
Tara Zimoniak.
Courtney Smith.
Julie Shu.
Christopher Chen.
Thomas Sun.
Li Zhang.
Siddhantha Pani Grahi.
Sunit Sushil.
Vaneeth Patil.
Brock Morris.
Charlene K. Rubin Sami Lee.
Shyla Funk.
Khan Mohammed Safi Ahan Siddiq.
Raghavir Osari.
Unmar Joser Mamajiwala.
Christopher Meyer.
Fong Pham.
Vishal Shajan.
Ubhishek Gupta.
Bryce Powerman.
Ralph Nording.
Noor Abisamra.
Shweta Kulachinda.
Kinshmuk Verma.
Rachel Bub.
Austin Hayden.
Amanda Sultan.
Mai Headley.
Andrew Hickenbotham.
Molly Hill.
Sarah Gomes.
Venkatesh Ragala.
Charlene Morton.
Kate Wyman.
Rahul Sharoon.
Will Courtney.
Mackenzie O'Halloran.
Emily Harmon.
Maeve Peterson.
Tapan Shaw.
Ethan Cheng.
Alicia Wall.
Mark Ambrewster.
Christopher Murray. Oh, we got to watch.
Corey Dong.
Swarna Karupaya.
Scott Vang.
Ishan Shah.
Matt Minow.
Natesh Babu Arunacharum.
Thomas Seidel.
Andrew David Montgomery.
Lokesh Keshavan.
Hanroy Zhang.
Jarek Wang.
Rufan Wang.
Yija Zhu.
Tony Lee.
Yilun Sai.
Christina Chen Louis.
Frank DeTulio.
Aaron Mitsuyoshi.
Jean Lee.
Michael Hoffman.
Scott Diddams.
Aiden Steele.
Daniel Mitchell.
Rizwana Sahabutin Malu.
Anastasia Chuckman. Christina Lehman.
Sweta Subramanian.
Pavitra Parthasarathi.
Anna Radianova.
Shweta Kulyana Raman.
Paula Usu.
Anthony Perry.
Victoria Marcus.
Kamakshi Sharma.
Nitin Raghu.
Karan Singh.
Sid Moge.
Trivasta Chakravarthi.
Neha Kemka.
Julia Berezowska.
Duyan Jen.
Eduardo Mora Loera.
Jacob Hanselman.
Jeremy Bautista.
Jeremy Greeter.
Kyle Bell.
Seth Jelani.
Eirik Kostid.
Ray Bai.
Andy Wang.
Shilpa Nagesh.
Dia Das.
Isabel Jin.
Akruthi Talati.
Jessica Connor.
Gregory Spathius.
Connor Doherty.
Nick Lavengood.
Evan Eklund.
Peter DeLoco.
Justin Schmidt.
Jack Rossiter.
Griffin Howell Wood.
Ben Negro.
Titan Liu.
Alp Ozalp.
Whit Childs.
Aditi Janwar.
Harvin Cower.
Zach Larson.
Niraj Jawar.
Sunchith Joshi.
Stanley Choi.
Alyssa Cubello.
Beth Grover.
Jenna Peterson.
Sarah Bush.
Kira Crawford.
Angeli Finch.
Jaime Chavez Garza.
John Loon Delosa.
Kumanjut Singh.
Pranav Panchagni.
Dylan Sorman.
William Tung.
Winky Wong.
Danaya Siripun.
Kim Dean.
Vivek Adikani.
Matthew Eastman.
Michael Aiken.
Shazair Youssef.
Matthew Patum.
Venkata Pamu.
Anudeep Nalamotu.
Sandeep Kessi Reddy.
Anvesh Kunati.
Anurag Aurora.
Jerry Ho.
Simeon Ryan.
VJ Raj.
Andrew Herson.
Tiger Subanakuman.
Henry Daegun Lim.
Youngjin Cho.
George Lease.
Alex Isby.
Eric Chu.
Ghazali Sadugi.
Lawrence Lee.
Megan Lee.
Carolyn Grace Chung Win.
Liz Leitner.
Jason Tong.
Kevin Ong.
Hadass Levi.
Trevor Weisler.
Jack Reardon.
Vincent Poix.
Shayan Yususai.
Hassan Arshad Chima.
Patrick Moulton.
Patrick Zubin.
Patrick Donovan.
Ernesto Martinez.
Sridhar Nahari.
Ma Khadija Konati Kante.
Victoria Gorman.
Phoebe Yu.
Charles Su.
Muntasir Mashoku.
Abhijit Zadua.
Leon Wang.
Jialing Zhou.
Leanna Lee.
Ishmael Desaidki.
Malu Kanuswamy.
Lisa Dalglish.
Nitin Bandaru.
Sophie Christian.
Ansu George.
Cameron Imasuta.
Ross Crockett.
Lauren Gamboa.
So those are the cohort calls, just in case you didn't know. Nicely done. And the Axe one is particularly creative. Okay, so now for the really exciting part. At this time, will all the candidates for the degree of Berkeley Master of Business Administration from the full-time and evening and weekend programs please rise? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the President of the University of California and the Chancellor of UC Berkeley, I grant you the degree of Master of Business Administration. Before you lose your hats, you may now switch your tassels to the left. Please be seated. Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "Every end is a beginning." And so, all of our graduates here have commenced a new lifelong relationship with the Haas School and Berkeley as alumni. You will always have a home at Haas. We will always have your back. Before I bring this ceremony to a close, I invite you all to join us for the commencement reception in the Haas courtyard. And then before we end for real, we need a little Go Bears on 3. 1, 2, 3. Go Bears! Congratulations to all of our graduates. The 2025 commencement is concluded.